What I can tell you is I don't allow people to be on probation, felony probation in this court, to be a home health care provider or work with minors. Why do I do that? Because part of my job is to see that the community is protected. And regardless of what your employer is saying, oh, we want her to come back and be a nurse's assistant, the answer is no from this court. So you're trying to get that done. That's a no.
With your due respect, Your Honor, we did, they paid for my tuition and we got my license, which I'm not practicing, but I have my license back. And they did give me my job back and I started making payments again right away.
No. Let me just tell you, you're trying to talk circles around me. And this is what I'm telling you. I understand, but it's not going to change my ruling that I do not allow people who are on probation out of this court to be home health care providers or work with minors. Because guess what? If somebody is on probation for drugs, do you want them babysitting your grandchildren or your children? Right. The answer should be no. If you do, then somebody needs to check what's going on in your household.
Yes, ma'am.
If somebody's on probation for drugs, do you want them taking care of your grandparents? The answer is no. If the answer for you is yes, then somebody needs to check into what's going on in your home. So regardless of what your employer is doing, and I guarantee you, they're probably paying people next to nothing because they just hire people, whether they have criminal charges or not, don't do sufficient background checks and let them start taking care of vulnerable people. So that's off the table. You are not allowed. And I've told you that before.
Yes.
I talked to his brother about some of his concerns. So Daryl has been switched to the Invega shot from the and his Zyprexa has been taken away. Mm-hmm. They've noticed that he's become a little more anxious and can't sit still in the home. Mm-hmm. My social worker spoke to Daryl about that. It is a symptom of, a side effect of the medication. So she gave him a document to show his provider because that can also be addressed with medication. And that might be that might address some of the concerns that are in the home. Other than that, Judge, he's making his appointments. He's doing well. I didn't get anything negative about that from probation, Judge. One other thing that Daryl is concerned with, his probation fees are adding up. I did not handle his original fees, so I'm not sure if it was given. Yeah, okay. He wanted me to address that to see if anything could be done about that being waived or perhaps at a lower amount.
Let me just tell you. The fees will be fine. This is what I want you to do. I want you to make sure you continue to report as required. Don't worry about the fees, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I can tell you, Judge, from when he first got to crisis and I was having conversations, he has come a long way. I'm very proud of how he's doing, Judge.
All right. Can I see the file on Mr. Payne, please? Okay. Nobody has the motion? I didn't have any motions or motions. Well, I mean, motions are not filed, but I'm just trying to make sure I remember. Oh, this is attached to this issue. Miss Abrams. Yes. The other way. I see that he was placed on probation in 2024. Is that correct?
That's the new people there. One second,
And the scene
place he was adjudicated March of 2026, Judge.
All right. But his original probation was
The original deferred term was for 5 years, and that was placed on the 29th of July of 2024.
okay.
And just so you know, Judge, he's had 2 injections, so he should be progressing even more.
I was going to just say he's due to get off probation in 2023, based on what's in the system.
All right. Any objections to the court amending his length of probation from 4 years to 2 years from either side?
We don't have the state up here, Judge. Absolutely no objection from the defense.
All right, can we alter his conditions to let, it show that his length of probation is 2 years instead of 4?
Let me see what I can do, Judge.
And the court is doing that because of the issues with fees. And his entire issue is mental health issues. It's not really anything else. And then what we'll do is, Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
recall this for an update in September, the end of September.
Judge, I can do October 1st.
Okay. So we're going to bring you back on October 1st to see how you're doing. I need you to continue to keep up with the work. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
All right. All righty. So, once you sign the reset form, you will be excused.
Well, Judge, I need to stay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Miss Abrams needs you to stay because she needs to get some things from you. Okay. All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And to the intern, thank you for coming down.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for having me, Judge.
I'm sorry. What's your name?
Malachi
Malachi
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Not used to that part of it. So again,
Well, welcome to the beautiful world of being an attorney.
Judge, he sat in on the mental health court dockets. He sits in with Renee when I'm not in mental health court. So I'm not sure if he's been introduced, but I want to.
Sure. And come by anytime.
I appreciate that. Tomorrow's actually my last day in Texas, so I'm sorry that I didn't get to introduce myself sooner, Judge.
So where are you headed back to?
I'm going to Virginia, but I'm going to school in California, so it's just all over the place.
So what are you doing in Virginia?
My family lives there. I was originally living here, but my dad was Navy, so we moved all over.
And so what school in California?
The University of California, Berkeley.
Oh, okay. Well, don't forget about us.
I'll try my best not to. You
Okay.
guys are pretty unforgettable. I like it.
And if you ever need anything, just let me know.
I appreciate that, Judge, really. And also just mental health court in general. It's fantastic. I'm really glad you guys do that. And I'm glad that you're the one sitting here.
Oh, thank you. So awesome. Everyone, Malachi is leaving us. He's going back to California for school.
Does he not like you?
Oh, excuse me. Malachi likes Stephanie Boyd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let the record show.
Yeah.
So he's headed back to school and then he's going to end up graduating and enjoying life. Here's my thing. You are so closer now to adulting than you have ever been before. So enjoy school.
Thank you, Judge. I've definitely felt the adulting starting to come in.
Oh, yeah.
It's creeping in.
Yeah, it is. It's like slowly working its way in. But have a good one
Thank you so
and
much.
safe travels.
Thank you.
All right.
And Judge, thank you so much for everything you're doing. I'm glad that you started around.
Oh, it will. It will. We're going to pray.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
All right.
Maybe excuse.
Yes, thank you.
So we got a jar in my mind. One of them says, I'll say, I was going to say, definitely correct. So, having great. If they do, I gotta do this on a good.
John Barker, third page 4, it's 3 down. And it's on the ruling, but
All right, John Vargas. Court is calling 2026 CR 0022183 State versus John Manuel Vargas. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Ready for the statement?
Marissa Giovanco for Mr. Vargas.
All right. So we're here for ruling on the motion to suppress. This is what I'm going to say to parties. Number one, I realize that in the law, you're not allowed to have a air freshener hanging from your rearview mirror. Whether I agree with that or not, doesn't matter because the law is the law and I'm always going to follow the law. So I understand that that officer is saying that she pulled you over because of that. And then I believe there was a turn without signaling, then not turning in the lane that's closest to when you turn. Guess what? I'm gonna follow the law. Sometimes when you need to turning in the lane closest to you is not the safest lane because there's flooding right now in San Antonio, where I would not advise you turning in the lane that's closest to you, but the law is the law. So, in reviewing the video, in the video, it shows that you're pulled over at a gas station. You're next to the pumps. You're out of the vehicle. It appears from looking at the vehicle that you're actually going towards the pumps. The passenger is out of vehicle. It appears that the passenger is walking towards the convenience store slash where you pay for gas. Then you have the officer, and the officer states that the reason she pulled you over was for the air freshener that was hanging at the rearview mirror. Then they take you out of the vehicle. They pat you down. They say you have a pocket knife, and they say you have a Xanax. The question was asked whether or not you are allowed to have Xanax without a prescription. There was no follow-up question on whether you had a prescription for Xanax or not. So I don't know if you had a prescription for Xanax. Then the officer testified that after the arrest, and this, I'm just going by the way questions were asked and answered, that she smelled the marijuana after the arrest, not before the arrest. So the court is going to grant the motion to suppress. Is there anything else from either side?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you. Anyone else ready?
Yes, ma'am. I have Jason Perales, case 3, 2 down.
And counsel, I don't have your counsel. Giovinco?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm so sorry. Do you have a copy of your motion?
I will get one.
All right, thank you. All right, who's next?
Mr. Albertino.
Who is it?
It's Jason Perales.
Yes.
What page?
He's on page 3, 2 down, Judge. He's not out.
Let me just put it in the system so I can see.
Sure. Do the report.
Oh, they've started charging for tampering with the GPS, like the smaller counties. If you don't show up for court, they're filing.
They've been doing it for
33
a while.
fines.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a while out there. Yeah.
All right. Yes.
So he is state jail habitual. So it's technically a second degree that's not indicted. And I'm not in the second degree.
Okay. All right. All right. Who else is ready?
It's Contreras, page 3, 4 down, Judge.
Gregorio Contreras.
One judge.
Good morning. Hello. All right, let me see. Where are we on discovery?
Judge State has an announcement on that.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, we are trying to set up a meeting with our complainant. I do believe we need to be prepared prior to discussing the offers. And there was also some records that did.
What are the records?
I need to refresh my memory on that, Your Honor. You know, Your Honor, I do think they were hospital records, and I see them in the back, and you saw that mentioned, so.
The tampering and the discovery.
That's not,
All right, you all will need to confer off docket in regards to that. Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
set this for a plea deadline date in 60 days.
Yes, ma'am. That's the September 14th.
All right, September 14th will be your plea deadline date. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, who's next?
Mark Roberts, he's on page 4, 3 down.
Mark Roberts. Sure. Oh, he can remain in the box. Who's the attorney for Mark Roberts? Thank you. Probation, there's no application. Court is calling 2026 CR 003239 State versus Mark Roberts. Can I have parties announced?
State.
And are you Mr. Roberts? Okay, you're gonna need to speak up. Are you Mr. Roberts? Can you move him to the front? I mean, just to the front row. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery.
So if you can approach if you like.
Oh, no, that's fine. I don't want him to have a fall or anything. Mr. Roberts, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment? State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Roberts, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you enter a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses? Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him? Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense? Sir, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? If you're not a U.S. citizen by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 60 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There's a $600 fine. State is taking in consideration 2026 CC 010289. Did you understand that as your plea? State defense?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Counsel, any such motions? Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
All right, state, can you be excused? Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing? Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client? Court will sentence you to 60 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, giving credit for any time served. Take in consideration 2026 CC 010289. There's a $600 fine, time and money to run concurrently. Is this intended to be a judgment satisfied?
Not just, you only have 31 days.
All right, so Mr. Roberts, this is what I will tell you. I'm not in charge of if the jail is giving you 3 for 1 or 2 for 1. What I can tell you is the most time you will serve is 60 days. Do you understand? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because it's plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Sure.
All right, Mr. Roberts, you're having health issues. You're gonna have to make better decisions. If there's an issue with drug use, which it appears there is, immediately when you're released, you either need to go do sober support meetings or you need to find a place to help you with your addictions. You understand? All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
When I'm going to approach the other, I was just in a research and get back to the. Okay.
Who's here on Sandra Torres?
Page 10, 2 down, just
Ms. Torres?
All right, what's happening with this case? Hi.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. So what's happening?
This is an FTR waiting for the prosecutor.
All right, are you all proceeding on the motion to revoke?
Yes, we are, Judge.
All right, I need a trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. For attorneys who are approaching on motions to revoke, you need to complete a certification of defendant's rights to appeal, and please do not check any of the boxes. I will check the boxes. Thank you. How's it going?
Doing well, thank you.
How's strong?
Not guilty.
Oh.
Hey, I got one. I got one yesterday too.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah,
They should know better, man.
I got 15 minutes and 8 on a DWI, and they asked if anybody reviews them before the state gets to go. Oh, talking better.
Yes.
The one in fish. Some of the jurors, they all said, we don't believe it's a choking case. Said, we don't believe the complaining witness. And the foreperson goes, yeah, we all decided that we didn't believe her from the moment she took the stand and said, my name is. I'm going, oh,
Yeah.
okay. That was like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It happens.
It was bad. And I kept telling them, you try this case. You try this case.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down outside, people with paperwork with them, and then we're ready to go. Okay, thank you.
All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 010023C, State versus Sandra Torres. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Yes, Judge. Brandon Bray for the state. Letter and hour for the defense.
And are you Sandra Laura Torres?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Sandra Laura Torres who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 010023C for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams on November 19, 2024 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Judge will be proceeding on violation of condition number 4, specifically that in Berry County, Texas, the defendant Sandra Lara Torres did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of March and April 2026 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
The judge will waive the remaining allegation.
Any objections to the waivers?
No objection, Your
Did
Honor.
you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fines?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Judge. After speaking with Bud, I think we're going to recommend that the judgment be altered and amended for an MRT course, weekly reporting for 60 days, and that the defendant register for intensive outpatient treatment immediately upon release from custody.
That's the agreement, Judge.
All right, this is her second motion to
Recommendation as
revoke.
well.
Just 1 second. Probation, what is your recommendation?
Judge, according to the court summary, those are the recommendations for probation. After looking over the case, I did notice that the original conditions indicate a drug court. Well, not the original. Based on the MTR that was submitted last time and that outcome, the amended conditions were for her to do a felony drug court evaluation. That was not completed due to non-reporting. So if the court is inclined to keep her on probation, I would also ask that at least the felony drug court evaluation and the TAP evaluation be done in custody to get those results.
All right, I don't understand why I should keep you on probation.
Ma'am.
If your attorney wants you to.
She's asked to address the court, Judge.
All right, can you raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Sandra Torres.
All right, why should you be continuing on probation? Reporting is the easiest thing to do.
Yes, Your Honor. I did fail to come and comply as to bring you my report for employment and my report for an address as I was asking.
No. I'm strictly talking about what you played true today. Now, 1, yeah, you were supposed to provide them with an address, but you didn't report. And you didn't report since, according to what you played true, you haven't reported since March. So why are you not reporting? That's the easiest thing to do.
Yes. It was my fault because I was concentrated on trying to get my nursing license back as my job was requiring me to get back.
Oh, nobody's going to give you your nursing license back with a drug conviction. I mean, sorry, a deferred adjudication for drugs.
My license had expired and I work at a nursing facility.
It's not
that's a
nursing
problem.
license, It's a CNA. not
But
a nursing.
as a CNA, as a maintenance also,
Well, that's a problem because according to, you're not allowed to do that when you're on probation in this court for a felony.
Yeah, well, you did grant me the permission to work as a maintenance?
Yes.
And they wanted me to get my license still to get back to work, and they paid for my tuition again to my restatement. So, I got evicted from my apartment when I was released. So I worked again to get back to my job and to get back my job, run a criminal record one more time to get employed. So
No. So here's the problem. 1, you're on deferred adjudication for a drug case. What I can tell you is I don't allow people to be on probation, felony probation in this court, to be a home health care provider or work with minors. Why do I do that? Because part of my job is to see that the community is protected. And regardless of what your employer is saying, oh, we want her to come back and be a nurse's assistant. The answer is no from this court. So you're trying to get that done. That's a no.
With your due respect, Your Honor, we did, they paid for my tuition and, we got my license, which I'm not practicing, but I have my license back. And they did give me my job back and I started making payments again right away.
No. Let me just tell you, you're trying to talk circles around me, and this is what I'm telling you. I understand, but it's not going to change my ruling that I do not allow people who are on probation out of this court to be home health care providers or work with minors. Because guess what? If somebody is on probation for drugs, do you want them babysitting your grandchildren or your children? The answer should be no. If you do, then somebody needs to check what's going on in your household.
Yes, ma'am.
If somebody's on probation for drugs, do you want them taking care of your grandparents? The answer is no. If the answer for you is yes, then somebody needs to check into what's going on in your home. So regardless of what your employer is doing, and I guarantee you, they're probably paying people next to nothing because they just hire people, whether they have criminal charges or not, don't do sufficient background checks and let them start taking care of vulnerable people. So that's off the table. You are not allowed, and I've told you that before,
Yes.
You're not allowed to be a home health care provider. You're not allowed to use your nursing license to take care of the elderly. You were supposed to do maintenance. That's it.
Okay. We can do it. We can do that, Your Honor. My apologies.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. I don't think you're a good candidate. You're not even following my orders.
Please, Your Honor, please.
But no, I mean, you're still not following my orders. And obviously nobody knows what's going on because she's trying to work as a home health care provider.
Well, I can go back to management, Your Honor.
All right, the court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to grant the motion, find you guilty. The court is going to revoke. The court is going to sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There is to be no contact with Julian A. Rodriguez, Andres Tamayo, Tamallo Jr., and Christine with a C, Brown. Court will give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak with an attorney. And the court will request the therapeutic community, and counsel, I'll retain jurisdiction.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Notice,
Who's next?
Cloud, page 8, 4 down. It's Kenneth Cloud.
Okay. Kenneth Cloud.
Present, ready, Judge.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, where are we on discovery?
Judge, we got some discovery given to us this morning. However, there's some extraneous matters that have been brought to our attention that the state is going to work on and upload. So we need another pretrial setting.
All right, Norma, set this for final discovery in 45 days.
Yes.
And state at that time, you need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Yes, sir. And Judge, we had filed a motion to.
Just 1 second.
August 31st, Judge.
All right, that's August 31st. And then you said a motion?
Judge, we had filed a motion to amend and alter bond conditions. Mr. Cloud is currently on
Full house arrest.
full house arrest, and I don't think the state's, we put a curfew of, I think, 7:30 to 7, and he owns a business and he has health issues. So I don't think the state has any objection to that. Move it to tracking with those hours.
All right. So you're wanting tracking?
I have to make a tracking this.
All right, court is calling 2026 CR 007434 State versus Kenneth Wayne Cloud. Could I have parties announced for the record
Rick Manny for the state of Texas.
for the defense?
Pat Hancock and Robbie Ward for Mr. Cloud.
And are you Mr. Cloud?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Defense has filed a motion to alter and amend conditions of bond. They're requesting that the conditions be altered and amended from, was he previously on full house arrest? All right, from partial.
He was on full house.
Okay. Any objections to the court correcting the order because it says partial?
No objection.
All right. So there's a request to remove from full house arrest to tracking only with hours of 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. Is that correct?
That's the agreement, Commissioner.
All right. Any objections, state? Are you in agreement?
Agreement, and also ask that for his conditions as well, you know, do not leave
State?
That's fine, Your Honor. It's not going anywhere. Judge, can I just ask about the date that you gave us?
August 1st.
Do you mind if we move it to August 23rd? My vacation letter starts the 24th.
All right, Norma, 23rd, is that available?
August
Yes.
23rd, that's fine.
How about the Friday before? What is that?
We don't do Fridays.
How about the Thursday before?
We do the 20th.
The 20th, that's fine. Will that be okay, Your Honor?
Yes, the 20th. All right, and is there no contact order with the complainant?
First, we ask that that be enforced.
All right. All right, is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
So you can see it, they'll take you your reset in just a second.
Let's see.
All right, who's next?
It's Layla Vasquez, page 2 down.
Layla Vasquez. How's it going?
It's going well.
Odyssey is working slow. Yes. All right. Where are we on discovery and everything else?
Judge, what occurred is the discovery was too large for me to download. So this morning I brought the state 2 thumb drives that should satisfy all the discovery. I spoke with Megan yesterday.
Mhm.
She told me to bring in the thumb drives and I gave them to Mr. Prater this morning.
Okay. And were you given an offer or no?
I was not. I was, Judge. I was given an offer, I think 2 settings ago. I do have an offer, but the issue was the discovery.
All right. All right, Norma, set this for a plea deadline date in 45 days.
Definitely. That'd be August 31st.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So I can say,
All right, anyone else ready?
Deanna, page 10, 4 down, so just one. And the defense attorney's office.
Okay.
Ms. Deanna, come on.
Good morning. So are the witnesses here for this contested hearing?
Judge, I was not aware of the board at this particular time to get probation here. I can get them here right now. But typically we ask the defense and the state to let us know so that we can make sure that they're here.
All right, because my understanding, this was going to be a contested.
Yes, Judge, that's our understanding as well. Deanna.
Oh,
Were you aware that we're on the board right now?
I was not aware, but as soon as we get the witnesses here, I can see.
No, let's just will you be available on Monday?
Judge, I can check with the officers to have them here on Mondays.
All right, if you'll check with the officers and see if they're going to be here on Monday.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, just have a seat. We're going to see what we can do. All right, who's next?
Gabriel Hernandez, page 1, 5 down, Judge.
Gabriel Hernandez.
I'm present for him, Your Honor.
All right, state. What is the results on this labs or something?
I don't think Mr. Prater just got the file. I don't think he knew that it had been requested. He gave me his direct email and he's supposed to be getting me the lab litigation packet. So I'm not here to cause him any trouble. He was, I'll get it to you. Yeah.
There's no problem for anybody. Everybody just accepts responsibility. So I'm putting this for a plea deadline date. Norma,
Yes, sir.
set this for a plea deadline date in 30 days.
Yes, sir.
And you all need to confer off docket.
August 17th.
Perfect. All right, August 17th. Once you
Thank you,
sign
Your
your
Honor.
set form, you excuse. Thank
Have a
you.
good day, all right?
All right, you too.
Yeah, I asked him for the scope of this one. Okay, yeah, I'll put it.
All right, who's next?
Raymond Dukes. Page 4, 5 down, please.
Raymond Dukes.
Yes.
They're gonna let me know. All right, state, were you able to tender an offer?
No, Judge, okay, so with this case, we were to call our complainant and it fell through the cracks on my end, so I would just ask if we recalled for next week so that.
All right, you all need to confer off docket. Norma, set this for a plea deadline date in 30 days, please.
Yes, ma'am. It will be August 17th.
All right, I'll see you back on August 17th. Just have a seat. Your attorney will bring you your reset form. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Thank you.
Another comment.
All right, who's next?
Simon Bettis, page 9, 2 down.
Simon Pettis. Probation, this is an application. Court is calling 2026 CR 007568, State versus Simon Pettis. Can I have parties announced?
Renee Munoz on behalf of Mr. Pettis.
Are you Mr. Pettis?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
That's correct, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Pettis, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, state moves to waive the punishment enhancement in count 1 to proceed solely on count 2 being.
No objection.
All right, did you review the court's admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
in my opinion, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
That is correct, Judge.
Mr. Pettis, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, status proceed on count 2, waive count 1, and the enhancement. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at a cap of 5 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. State is silent on your application. This is to run concurrent with 2026 CC 006496. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
State defense.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily, the court will find that there are no motions that have been filed, correct?
Correct, Judge.
All right. Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty, ma'am.
State any evidence.
Your Honor, she got the seat completed 1 and all attachments.
No objection. Defense.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it
Yes, ma'am.
and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Your Honor, we wanted to respectfully request,
You want to proceed with sentencing?
not at this time, Judge. If we can proceed with, we wanted to see about a TAP evaluation, to be conducted so the court.
Do you want to proceed with sentencing?
Yes. Yes, Judge. Yes, yes.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. We're wishing the court, have him evaluated for substance use, with a hopeful referral for a felony drug court. He, at this time of his offense, was living on the streets and had succumbed to his addiction issues, Judge. And him being charged with the possession, I think, is indicative of that. He's also been screened before this court setting for lifetime recovery, and lifetime recovery did document that he did have issues with substance use. I notified my client that if the court was going to entertain probation, that the court could place reasonable conditions of community supervision, including inpatient treatment or a specialty court program like felony drug court, Judge. So we're asking that he'd be considered for those programs so we can get a handle on his issues.
Yes.
Also, I was accepted into the discipleship ministries with Greg Sitmer. Really wrote to become a minister.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes, 2.
What are their ages?
14 and 15.
All right. And do you have family support here?
Yes.
And who's your support system?
My grandmother and my father, Renee.
Okay. Not this Renee.
No relationship.
All right. I'm going to give you a choice. One, I could send you to prison, and I'll send you to prison for 3 years, or I can grant your application. I will not place you on deferred adjudication. I will find you guilty and place you on regular probation. Which do you prefer?
Regular probation.
All right. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs. In custody, there's going to be referral to felony drug court, and there's going to be a TAP evaluation, follow recommendations. Based upon your tattoos, I'm going to want a gang evaluation.
Macy's.
Okay. So they'll do that. So we're going to do a gang evaluation. That's to be done in custody. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Proof of employment within 45 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No residing in households with minors. This will run concurrent with 2026 CC 006496. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order the MRT. Once that's completed, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. The remaining, and 50 hours will be deemed satisfied upon completion of parenting classes. The remaining 50 hours will be deducted at 1 hour per sober support meeting that's completed. And the court is going to order sober support meetings 1 per week. And hopefully you will come to love that, as people usually do, and you'll just continue with it. Probation, is there anything else?
Or, just for doing the bank evaluation, if he's not a documented case member, we put him on ICE.
Yes, but he told me he does have food.
Okay.
And that may be an issue, counsel, with felony drug court. So you may want to check in with them and let them know your client's history.
Definitely will, Your Honor.
Okay.
Lifetime recovery is not included.
Yes.
Or do we have?
Yes. It's going to be for you. I think it needs to be, based upon what I read, it needs to be some sort of inpatient treatment. And there's going to be no contact with Juan Antonio Guerrera Mendez. And no unsupervised contact with minors. That may change once you've done some things, okay?
Judge, I'm so sorry. Can you repeat that name?
Juan Antonio Guerra, Guerra Mendez, Mendez.
Thank you.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you sign it and understand it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So here's the thing. I'm taking a chance on you because you deserve it. And you got to start loving yourself and start doing things that are a benefit to you that improves you. Okay? With this drug thing, I know sometimes people get caught up in it. People have trauma from their past, whatever they're doing. You need to start focusing on self. Don't get into any relationships until you work on self. Okay? So that your children can be proud of you. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. All right?
Thank you.
God bless you.
Come on, this thing. Be right. Lady, everybody move over one trip to your left.
All right, Rashawn, are you all able to do, Cynthia Deanna on Monday?
Oh, yes, Judge.
All right, Norma, if you'll put her down for Monday, please,
Yes, ma'am.
and state that'll be a contested.
It'll be the 20th, just.
Thank you. All right, is there anyone else who has any resets before I take a, yes?
Now, down, on page 1, down. I don't know. Did you?